Okay. Let's see.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override.
Oh, almost butter. Almost the butteriest of butters. Actually, you know what I can do? Just go ahead and kill him.
I refuse to bow.
Request approved.
Wait, did he just warp out and say I refuse to die or something? Oh, really, Pascal?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
My vow is to serve.
I'm afraid not. Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay.
I venerate you, machine spirit.
87. Not bad, dude.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
One of your party members is sleeping in the corner? Yeah, it happens.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
Beautiful. Oh, now y'all run in. Your lordship, thanks to your breakthrough, we were able to clear out the estate. Right now, with the aid of your ship's augers from orbit, the surface troops are sweeping streets of the Hive. Squads have been sent deeper into the city. Several units have been assigned. My apologies. Of course, you will learn all of this from your reports. Your appearance on Dargonis is a boon from the God Emperor, who has brought us salvation. On behalf of all of Dargonis and House Versurian, I thank you for delivering us from our foes. I was doing my duty, nothing more. And by your will, you have preserved countless lives, your lordship. Dargonis owes you a debt that can never be repaid. We will continue the cleanup of the estate and the neighboring territories. We must deal with the rubble, the corpses, and other after effects of the fighting. The surviving forces will be enough to repel any sporadic enemy attacks, if any, are launched. According to the latest reports, the Xenos are pulling out en masse. If other matters require your attention, I won't detain you any longer. Please allow us to ensure that Dargonis is returned to its former glory. Mistress Tolaman has sent a message requesting an audience. We're waiting for the ship's bridge. Woo! Okay. So, Emma Fortas. There are times when devs will actually allow you to shift the UI depending on where the camera placement is, but it's very few and far between, and completely understandable that devs are not really worried about that at all. If that makes sense. I don't know what this stuff is, but that looks bugged. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, it was off them. Okay. Man, not a single special item for that fight. That's too bad. Did get a bunch of good
Keep your wits
loot, though.
about you. I always keep my options open.
Let's go.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Guys, the servitor made it. Codus has to bounce around like a DVD logo. Love it. Pretty much.
Let us not dawdle. Is there money to be made?
One second.
Keep your wits about you.
I think we're ready. Here we go. Okay. So much going on. One sec. Good talk. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movement from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. It is with the deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn it into a protracted war. Dragonis suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I've been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after he departed from the Cineris Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dragonis raid, it is safe to assume the Drukhari used up all the forces at their disposal, and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Without Achilles, we are blind to the scheming of the enemies of humanity, but our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. For Captain permission to report, your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that, thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain and the Von Valancius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dragonis, as the world capital of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magna Ascensio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir to the Honorable Theodora Van Valancius. Oh, this went super well last time. I can't wait. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the most recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. Why would I need some ceremony? It is an ancient tradition of the Von Valancius dynasty. When the heir accedes to rogue trader status, they take the sacred oath of fealty to the emperor and announce themselves as a steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It is an act of faith that is meant to remind the rogue trader of their mission. In the eyes of the subjects, you're already a rogue trader. It is now time to become one in the eyes of the emperor. Okay. Do not underestimate Governor Drivestem's desire to find favor with your lordship. At this very moment, thousands of your subjects are clearing rubble, washing away bloodstains, sweeping the streets, and transporting corpses to the lower sectors. The wardens have been tasked with clearing the ceremony venue of the injured and those who were burned out of their houses. They will be forcibly moved to the industrial levels. Rest assured, by the start of the festivities, the capital's wounds will be, if not healed, then well hidden under elaborate set dressing. Caliban, thank you so much for your sub, dude. Really appreciate it. What is this ceremony? I swear an oath that I shake a lot of sweaty hands. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Corda will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Oh. Your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to ceremony arrangements. The first of which, what festive activities are there to take place in the capital on this glorious day? If the poor be fed and fuel cells be handed out to those in need, my reign shall begin with an act of benevolence. Awesome. Second matter will be on your servant's mind is which 2 of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. Oh, okay. I think I want Argenta. Argenta for sure. I feel like this might be a... Hey, I'm a Fortis. Thank you for the 6 subs, dude. Really appreciate that. Partly Atomic says, I'm in danger. You are. You are. Yep. I'm going to do Argenta for sure. Probably Argenta and Cassia. Let's do Argenta and Cassia. Yeah. Yep. Cool. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonis, the master of ceremonies at the palace, will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. I did kind of want to pick Earliette, but she's also a complete bastard. So, you know, there's that. So, following the Omnissiah's guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing sub-optimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. Okay. Initiating exposition. With the Omnissiah's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. I've arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed following by a complementary ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, it will be able to understand its nature and take actions applicable to said nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entity that appears before us. If it is a machine spirit of great might, we must appease it and humbly ask about the reasons behind its portents it has shown us. If it's the abomination of tech heresy, the complementary ritual will help us purge a ship of its unhallowed presence. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Despite the resounding hum of the text priest's words of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sinks into the vicious silence like pebbles sinking into water. You know, these guys are so preachy. Okay. Next time they do their preachy thing, we have to try something. Cohh, my tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementary ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of blood of Avant Valensis. If you're ready, place a hand to the Cyber Gargoyle's receiving module. Okay. The familiar cold metal burns your palms. This time, however, the servitor's jaws, instead of brutally clamping down on your hand, merely squeeze it lightly. You feel a thin rivet of hot blood beginning where the metal fangs have pierced your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cogitator as if a great beast is stirring awake. The vid screen in front of you flickers restlessly. He accepted activating purgation protocols. Analyzing intrusion. Analyzing lockout. Analyzing prevention. Nom OS is sad. What's going on? Complementary ritual is proceeding as intent. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He brings a hand to his Voss communicator in surprise. Exec, stop. Quiet. Hello. Hello to you too. Namos are glad to be speaking. Namos are here. Namos have long been here. Why are we here? What are you? We are Namos. Are these like Jubilos from Stardew Valley? Pascal uses his hands and mechadendrites to gesture at his silent Vox system. What is Namos? No data available. No answer. We want to know too. Are you a machine spirit? Namos do not know. Namos do not know themselves. Did you silence Pascal? Namos wanted no disturbance. Only quiet.
Let's have a drink together, buddy.
Can you render other people silent too? Sometimes. Some people. Namos can do many things. Do not always know what or how. We did not know we could make silence until now. Make it stop. Now. Pascal's Voxcaster comes alive with an exclamation. Extraordinary. Extraordinary transmission jamming. Unknown protocols. What has been revealed to me? Is it the Omnissiah's glory or foul tech heresy? I would like to... But what do you want from us, Namos? Are you friend or foe? The vid screen blinks in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays, Namos von Valancius. We are your blood. Namos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Namos are movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You called us a hallowed spirit and asked us to guard you against your doom. The warp engine activation against all probability during our escape from the Rycat system, the Category 3 miracle manifested by the ship's machine spirit, and the part about protecting, was it during the pirate attack? We did everything to please you. Why? The silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to the point of becoming practically tangible. Numbers ripple across all the screen vids at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I am trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber gargoyle's jaw. The servitor nods its head a few times, as if it's shaking your hand. Its teeth rake your already wounded flesh. Namos are glad. Namos enjoy understanding too. Okay, just give me a quick yes or no answer. Do 40K lore nerds understand what's happening right now? Okay, awesome. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted, because I have no idea, and I'm loving it. So, all right, that's super cool. That's super cool. Okay. Cohh, entities such as this one ought to be addressed using the language of sacred rituals and offerings. Your skillful meddling bodes ill. Your unskillful meddling bodes ill. A decision is required of you. Either the complementary ritual is finished or it is replaced by rite of tech communion. In the first scenario, the entity Namos will be banished and the second data halls where the entity dwelt will be reset. In the second scenario, we will appease the entity and learn more about it. Let's start by clearing certain things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? And what about the strange entities in the ship logs? Yes, Namos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. Pascal, what is your take on this? Pascal says nothing for so long you begin to suspect that Namos has silenced him again. When at last the tech priest speaks, his Vox-modulated voice trembles slightly. Understanding the essence of the entity Namos is beyond my reach at present. The hypothesis spectrum ranges from the extreme of abominable intelligence to the extreme of the great spirit is the Omnissiah's apostle. The rite of tech communion appears to be a reasonable solution. The rite will take many cycles, but it will allow me to come closer to identifying the entity and making contact with it. What else can you do, Namos? Namos learns, Namos tries new things. Do you want to see? Yes. Bro, did you just murder that guy? The Scarlet gaze falls upon one of the monotonously chanting junior technomants. You blink and electric discharge erupts from inside the technomant's skull. The crimson-clad figure slumps on the floor. Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? Oh, you're provoking the machine spirit. Stop. Stop it, that's enough. Those are living people. How can you kill them like that without rhyme or reason? We stop their function. Do you not turn machines off sometime? We do not know how to turn a human back on. Not yet, but after enough experiments we will. We're always learning new things. Okay. I've heard enough. Pascal, you're to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Namos is allowed to exist on the ship. We are 100% going to see where this is going. The decision is made. I'll begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I will welcome this task and accept it from the Omnissiah. Nomos is glad. Cohh, you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. The Lord Captain's body lacks the secret implants necessary for tech communing with the machine spirit's code, but if such is your wish, Cohh can converse with you using lowly sound speech, as if he is doing right now. Yes, I will speak with you. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Cohh. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the Complenta ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. Man, how cool! Damn, this is awesome. Some kind of weird AI alien thing. I am here for it, dude. I am 100% here for this.
Lord Captain?
Do the words Epitaph, Incident N87404, or Tech Blight mean anything to you?
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
We call that a lie. If you're wondering what it sounds like when somebody lies, it sounds like that. Okay.
Lord Captain.
I'm not, pet my boy. Hey, buddy.
To what do I owe this visit?
I would like to discuss the cult of the Final Dawn. What can you tell me about it?
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them. As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Coronis Expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
What is your mission regarding the cult?
I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Phalantius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation.
What do you mean, protection from above?
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
You seem to have been investigating this cult for some time.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Coronis Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head. As you wish.
Are you satisfied with the results of your mission on Kiava Gamma?
Of course. The Fabricator Sensor's machine was stopped. Not another soul will be sent into the mouth of the archenemy. In time, we will succeed in uncovering and stopping other schemes of the cult. We dealt a blow not only to the cultists, but to the archenemy itself. I cannot help but be pleased.
Touching the cogitator did something to you. I want to know what.
No servant of the God Emperor, has closer dealings with corruption than the agents of the Golden Throne. In its quest to guard the Imperium against its foes' most devious and secret schemes, the Inquisition seeks to understand the essence of evil. It is not enough for us to burn or cut down a rotten seedling. We must study it, understand it, touch it. Every time any of us do our duty, we are risking our very souls. But when it comes to Psykers, the soul of a Psyker is especially enticing to the archenemy. The Cogitator was stopped, yes. I touched an infernal machine that was created to serve chaos. I used it. I delved into the principles of its operation. That was enough. Corruption needs only the briefest brush of contact. When I touched the cult's Cogitator, I drew the thousand-eye gaze of evil upon myself, as any agent does when they interfere in the schemes of those who serve the ruinous powers. And that evil undoubtedly left an invisible mark upon me, as it does on any acolyte who fights against the archenemy. And this will be the case every time I do my duty. I know a good deal about the fates of those who have served the throne before me. Enough to know that my path leads to one place, and one place only.
Oh, damn. He's talking about, like, permanent corruption. What are you going to do next?
My visit to Kiava Gamma did not produce answers to all my questions, but we did succeed in dealing a blow to the cult by destroying the Fabricator Sensor's machine. I have directed my spies to track the sect's surviving leaders. I am certain that they will have useful information for us soon. Though small, this is a victory for the Golden Throne, and I have you to thank for it.
That's all for now.
Thank you for finding the time for our conversation.
I am bored of Earliet. I would like to hand the Xenos over to the Inquisition. Oh my god. I wonder if that gives us, I wonder if that gets us like a bunch of random Inquisition faction or something. How we doing, girl?
Hello, Talk.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and kin? He says, yep. Hey, good talk. Do any of these words mean anything to you?
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity. And chance. Chance through it all. Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
Have you recovered from your encounter with the false Theodora?
I'm not going to lie. I haven't. Maybe I never will. But I'm not hearing random voices anymore. And I haven't been calling anyone from the other side. No. All that's done with. After what you did for me, I can't let you down again.
You know, Idra, life is short. Why don't you talk to Vigdis? She is deeply concerned about you.
How did you... Wait, what am I saying? You said her name when you were trying to... You said she's worried? You think I should talk to her, yeah? We haven't talked in a long time. Good idea. I'll do that.
Oh, Kaizen, did you? Oh, man. Well, there you go. Yeah. And then OLED right behind him. Oh, my lord, guys.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Let's see. See if Pascal has anything to say.
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
Have you found anything out?
The data is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data confirming that the assassination did take place. Unfortunately, some of his memory was damaged by pulses broadcast by his battle harness. I can assert with some confidence that he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly.